exceptional battle once again in that last round.
Pizza love. Each slice is made with care and quality ingredients, with mouth-watering flavors and the balance of softness and crunch in our crust. Feel the love in every bite of our pan pizza, only at Pizza Hut.
Well, this is just what the doctor ordered, isn't it? For both of them, but particularly Colmenares. Quite alarming, the state of him in the corner there. And we just saw it before we went away for the outbreak. He looked practically unconscious. He looks better now, but he's 4 points down now on 2 scorecards, 2 points down on the other. And if I were the corner, I'd be having a real close look at him, because if it starts to get hot and heavy for him in this round, they should stop it. Martial doing the right thing here. He doesn't need to do anything silly, does he? Because he's ahead. The only way this could go wrong is if he gets knocked out. He doesn't need to be a hero. He'll want a big finish, but just hit those punches, stay tight, stay compact, don't give anything away.
Yes, he could actually just cruise through this one.
That's good work to the body from the pair of them. And if he gets over the line here, if nothing goes wrong in the final 2 minutes, this is such a valuable fight for Martial, because this is a really hard 10 rounds. Sometimes the fighter goes 10 rounds for the first time, but they have it their own way and they set the pace and they do what they want when they want. And this has not been that fight. This will do him so much good. He'll look back on it in the field and he made mistakes. Fighters always do. There are things to work on, but I mean, this is worth more to him than all the rest of his fights put together.
Totally agree.
And just a perfect kind of contest for this stage of his development as well. And we've said it before tonight, but the matchmakers need a lot of credit. The way they put together this card has been really, really good.
Every single fight has been competitive, and we might have just saved the best for last.
Another late flurry here by Yumir Marshall. He wants to end this with a flourish. Final minute, and Colmenares is on the verge of collapse right here. Just one strong Marshal Colmenares is going to go down.
Here's that kick you were talking about. Ymir wants to finish in style.
He got knocked out. Marshal going down. He got careless. That's the second knockdown of the fight. Marshal going down once more.
That is amazing, and Colmenares is just going to throw everything at him now. He walked onto a left hand there as he was looking to land his own left hand, and Colmenares is going to throw everything he's got at him. If he can put him down one more time, then all of a sudden this gets really interesting. What a fight! What a fight! That was absolutely tremendous, and Colmenares, just as you two were saying that Marshal was trying to close him for the finish, and you were completely right. I was about to say that I really didn't want him to get it because I wanted Colmenares to hear the final bell. He's given us so much, and then right on cue, he produced a knockdown. Fantastic. Brilliant, brilliant fight.
This has got to be one of the best fights of the year.
Oh, without a doubt. Marshal going down twice, once in the third round, another time in the 10th round, just as Colmenares was on, as we were saying, the verge of collapse. He had almost nothing left except a big fighting heart. But I thought Ymir Marshal's heart was bigger. And he's going to run away with the decision here. Going to be a close one because Colmenares will have two 10-8 rounds to his benefit. And let's see how far this goes.
Well, he was up by 2. He won round number 9. He's going to lose round number 10 by 10-8. So he should win it by 1.
Yeah, I think what we'll get here is 2 scores of 95-93 and 1 score of 94-94, I'd imagine. So a majority.
Counter of the round brought to you by the Philippine Sports Commission.
Marshal was looking for a finish by knockout, and then he got tagged.
That was a wonderful combination.
Yeah, he got careless. He wanted a knockout, and he went down and see that stare of Marshal at Colmenares as he went down in the seat of his pants.
And it has made things so interesting because we feel like Marshal won that 9th round and that there wasn't too much doubt about that. But if one of the judges has seen that differently, then one of those 95-93s becomes another 94-94, and we'll get a majority draw. So it's not quite certain this. I think he's done enough for that knockdown. That knockdown at the end, which I did not see coming at all. Let's put the cat amongst the pigeons here slightly.
That was just in the last few seconds of the entire fight.
Well, all three of us were convinced about the fact that Colmenares had no more punching power.
And remember, we were talking about Marshal's fight against Isaiah Hart when he went down 3 times. Got up 3 times to score a technical knockout in the 4th round. Got to work on his defense. Got to work on strengthening that chin.
But those vulnerabilities make him box office though. It's not ideal, I agree, but God, he's good to watch.
Here we go with the official verdict coming from Ted Lerner.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the scorecards, we are here to celebrate history, but tonight you saw what has to be one of the greatest fights in the history of Philippine boxing. So let's have another round of applause for 2 absolute warriors giving it their all. After 10 rounds of boxing in the middleweight division, we go to the scorecards. Judge Gerald Tumuldan scores about 94-94 even. Judge Arnie Nahara and Judge June Bei Jin score the bout 95-93, all for the winner, and now the WBC International Middleweight Champion from Zamboanga City, Philippines, Ymir Fili.
It was a majority decision.
That's right.
A majority decision, and the scores were as we thought they would be. So 295-93, which translates into 7 rounds to 3 for Martial, but you get the 2 points off of the 2 knockdowns, and a 94-94, so 6 rounds to 4, and that turns into a draw because of the 2 knockdowns. What a fight! What a fight! And that knockdown at the end, he'd have been a nervous man, wouldn't he, standing there? He'd have been a nervous man, and you can see what it means to him.
Congratulations to the champion, Yumir Marshall.
What a happy birthday gift for himself. Yumir Marshall turning 30 this day. Judge Gerald Tomeldan had it 94 all. Ani Nahira had it 95-93 for Marshall. A majority decision victory for Yumir Marshall, despite going down twice in this fight. Once in the 3rd round, and that late knockdown in the 10th round caught everybody, especially Marshall, by surprise. I'll tell you that.
It absolutely did, and I'll tell you that is a close fight because 2 of the judges, the 2 who ended up with the 95-93s, they had him 3-1 up after 4 rounds, Yumir Martial. You can make a strong case for 2-2 at that point, which is how the other judge had it. And if either of them had done that, then we'd have had a majority draw. I don't see anything wrong with that 94-94 myself. I see the 95-93, I'm not arguing with it, but I don't see anything wrong with that 94-94. That was just a fantastic fight. A fantastic fight. Colmenares, please sign him up for another fight that I'm covering soon, because he was tremendous.
Oh, Colmenares grabbing that trophy. What, is that his? Or is that perchance? But a great gesture of sportsmanship. I thought Eddie Colmenares deserves a rematch. I mean, what he did in this fight and what Marshall did also in this fight, both guys with big fighting hearts, especially Yumir Marshall, because he went down hard in round number 3, got up, survived, came back strong, went down again in the 10th round. It was just unbelievable.
Definitely a fight to remember here.
Well, as they say, the triumph of the human spirit. And that is the story of the Thrilla in Manila back in 1975, and now reliving that spirit 50 years later with Yumir Marshall.
I'll tell you, somebody who lived every punch of that is the man in the middle there, Sean Gibbons. You see him pacing around ringside, don't you, during fights? He's like a cat on a hot tin roof. He was down on a knee behind us at one point, I think, saying a kind of silent prayer. He really goes through it with them. He's so invested in it. It's great to see somebody who's been in the sport that long, who's still got such an enormous amount of passion for it. But, I mean, I'd absolutely like to see that again. I think Team Martial will probably move on. I wouldn't have thought they'd be particularly interested in a rematch, but for the neutral, for the spectators, for us, a rematch would be great.
Here's Yumir Marshall, basking in the glory of the moment.
We're already talking about a rematch. Somebody
But I'll tell you
want a
what,
rematch?
that fighting heart is going to take Yumir Marshall a long way
Not tonight.
in his boxing career. And look at him. Proud, loving history in the making in Thrilla in Manila, golden anniversary. What an event. Thank you, Senator Manny Pacquiao. Oh boy, there's still one more fight to go, and that's the main event.
That was the co-main event you just witnessed. And let's see, we have really saved the best for last. Melvin Jerusalem defends his WBC Strawweight Championship. But right now, let's go back to all the action we love from round number 1.
Yumir Marshall Marshall quickly closing the gap. He found his range early, and I thought that Colmenares just didn't take advantage enough of that reach edge he had.
He really didn't, did he? He really didn't. It was as if after a couple of rounds he just thought, nah, never mind that. Forget that. I don't need to jab. I'll take my feet close and have a swing. And that's what made it such a great spectacle.
Matibay lang talaga si
He was very confident of his power, and it showed in round number 3 when he brought down Marshall. And he thought after that knockdown, I can take this guy. I can take him out. I don't need to fight from a distance. And there's Marshall going down. Round number 4. It got tougher and tougher.
This round number 4 was a very strong round here.
Look at them exchanging heavy bombs. One punch after the other. Such a gritty win here by Yunir Marshall. And as they say, patience is a virtue. If you get impatient, you get careless. Yunir Marshall, especially that round number 10, he got careless as he tried to score a knockout in the last few seconds of the fight. But let's go back to round number 6. Here's more action here. Here's when the power of Colmenares started to wane. He took a big shot from Marshall that time.
Well, it's the 6th and the 7th round where he really totally dominated.
He did. He put some clear water between himself and Colmenares at this point, didn't he? And that second set of 4 rounds, he won it 3-1, but I think it would have been the 8th round that the judges would have gotten Colmenares' way with, and that just says everything about him, because when he really needed to dig in and find something, he did it, and that kept him within touching distance, and that made the knockdown in the 10th count, didn't it?
Here's the 8th round. Now remember, late in the 7th round, Marshall got rocked, so he had to make a strong stand here in round number 8. What about that wallop scored by Colmenares, a right hand? Round number 9. More blistering action as Marshall taking this round handily and almost bringing down Colmenares. But in the 10th round.
And at the end of that 9th as well, remember what he looked like in the corner when he went back to Colmenares? He looked absolutely finished, didn't he? And I said it at the time, the corner needed to maybe look after him. If it got hot for him in the final round, pull him out, because he looked like he was about to pass out for exhaustion. And then, he proved us wrong again. There he goes with the knockdown.
2 punches scored there by Colmenares from close distance as Marshall was looking for a knockout late in the fight.
And
then the yell.
Stay tuned in. Meron pa tayong main event.
The howl of victory coming from Yunir Marshall. Majority decision winner.
Jerusalem versus...
He deserved it.
One final bout coming up. And it's Melvin Jerusalem up against Siaholwa Jose.
Babalik po tayo, stay tuned na po.
He now wears that belt, that strap, the WBC International Middleweight Championship. But to be honest, he needs to go back to the gym Work on his
Okay, I've
defense.
just been informed by Manny
Work on
Pacquiao,
strengthening that
the
chin.
man himself. We're already talking about a rematch. Somebody
But I'll tell you
want a
what,
rematch?
that fighting heart
Not
is going to
tonight,
take
but
Yumir
sometime in
Marshall
the future.
a long way
Okay, not tonight.
in his boxing career. And look at him. The crowd loving history in the making in Thrilla in Manila golden anniversary. What an event. Thank you, Senator Manny Pacquiao. Oh boy, there's still one more fight to go, and that's the main event.
That was the co-main event you just witnessed. And let's see, we have really saved the best for last. Melvin Jerusalem as he defends his WBC Strawweight Championship. But right now, let's go back to all the action we loved from round number 1.
Yumir Marshall quickly closing the gap. He found his range early, and I thought that Colmenares just didn't take advantage enough of that reach edge he had.
He really didn't, did he? He really didn't. It was as if after a couple of rounds he just thought, now never mind that. Forget that. I don't need to jab. I'll take my feet close and have a swing. And that's what made it such a great spectacle.
And he was very confident of his power, and it showed in round number 3 when he brought down Marshall. And he thought after that knockdown, I can take this guy. I can take him out. I don't need to fight from a distance. And there's Marshall going down. Round number 4. It got tougher and tougher.
This round number 4 was a very strong round here.
Look at them exchanging heavy bombs. One punch after the other. Such a gritty win here by Yumir Marshall. And as they say, patience is a virtue. If you get impatient, you get careless. Yumir Marshall, especially that round number 10, he got careless as he tried to score a knockout in the last few seconds of the fight. But let's go back to round number 6. Here's more action here. Here's when the power of Colmenares started to wane. He took a big shot from Marshall that time.
Well, it's the 6th and the 7th round where he really totally dominated.
He did. He put some clear water between himself and Colmenares at this point, didn't he? And that second set of 4 rounds, he won it 3-1, but I think it would have been the 8th round that the judges would have gone Colmenares' way with, and that just says everything about him, because when he really needed to dig in and find something, he did it, and that kept him within touching distance, and that made the knockdown in the 10th count, didn't it?
Here's the 8th round. Now remember, late in the 7th round, Marshall got rocked, so he had to make a strong stand here in round number 8. What about that wallop scored by Colmenares, a right hand? Round number 9. More blistering action as Marshall taking this round handily and almost bringing down Colmenares on in the 10th round.
And at the end of that 9th as well, remember what he looked like in the corner when he went back to Colmenares? He looked absolutely finished, didn't he? And I said it at the time, the corner needed to maybe look after him, that if it got hot for him in the final round, pull him out, because he looked like he was about to pass out for exhaustion, and then, he proved us wrong again. There he goes with the knockdown.
2 two punches scored there by Colmenares from close distance as Marshall was looking for a knockout late in the fight. And then the yell, the howl of victory coming from Yomir Marshall. Majority decision winner. He deserved it.
One final bout coming up. And it's Melvin Jerusalem up against Siakorwa Huse.
Natin itong laban na to kasi siyempre 50 years anniversary sa Thrilla in Manila. Salamat po kay Senator Manny Pacquiao sa another na opportunity na binigay niya sa akin. Sa mga nagpo nito para matuloy yung laban. Maraming salamat. Kung ano yung nabigay ko dati nung ng laban ko, bibigyan ko sila ng sobrang gandang laban at pananalo natin yung laban at panipisan yung belt.
And now let's welcome into the arena the champion from the Philippines, Melvin And now here to sing the national anthem of the Republic of the Philippines, actress and singer Thrilla.
Tayong mag-ibig na sa silanganan, hanap ng puso, sa libig mo'y buhay. Lupang inilaw, kuyan ka ng pag-ibig, sa manlulubi, di ka pasisiin, sa lahat ay sa simula, sa langit mong bughaw, may titag ng awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang sarap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan ay di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng alhali pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya dapat may mga api ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Maraming salamat. Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. At mga Filipino and boxing fans sa buong mundo, mabuhay! From the smart Araneta Coliseum, Quezon City, Metro Manila, in the beautiful Philippines, Manny Pacquiao's blow-by-blow, in cooperation with the Philippine Sports Commission and the IBA, the International Boxing Association, are proud to present the anniversary of the Thrilla in Manila. This championship bout is being sanctioned by the World Boxing Council, President Mauricio Suleiman. Supervisor in charge at ringside from Australia, Patrick Cusick. Timekeeper at the bell, Kim Dangan. Taking care of the knockdowns is Romulo Santiago. Physicians at ringside, Dr. Clark Fernandez and Dr. Noel Nathaniel Napa. Scoring this bout on a 10-point must system. At ringside, from Australia, Samantha Bullner. From South Korea, Junbei Lim. And from Mongolia, Zanashor Tazna. And when the bell rings, your third man in the ring from Mexico, referee Cesar Castañon. And now, fight fans, 50 years ago, Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali, right under this roof in this arena, put on a fight for the ages. And now, here, tonight, it is time for another history-making fight. It is World Championship Boxing time here in the Philippines. 12 rounds for the WBC Minimum Weight Championship of the world. Now let's meet the fighters. First of all, fighting out of the blue corner to my right. He is the challenger. He's wearing the red and white trunks. He weighed in at 104.8 pounds. Fight record 9 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 4 victories by knockout. He hails from Eastern Cape, South Africa. Let's have a warm Philippine welcome for Siakowa Kuse.
9 wins for by way of knockout.
And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner to my left, tonight wearing the gold and green. He weighed in at 104.8 pounds. Fight record 24 wins, 3 losses, 12 victories by knockout. Tonight, he made the 3rd defense of a title he won in March of 2024. And he hails from Malolo Fortich, Bukidnon, Philippines. Here is the WBC minimum weight champion of the world, Melvin El Gringo
Defending champion natin. Si Melvin Jerusalem.
with the final instruction.
Come on, guys. Okay, guys. I gave you the instructions in the dressing room. I want a good fight, but also a clean fight. Protect yourself all the time and follow my commands all the time. Clear? Touch your gloves. Here we go.
This is our final fight of the night to cap the Thrilla in Manila 50th anniversary.
Fight. Main event. Round 1.
Jerusalem up against Kuse.
The theme of this fight could very well be age versus experience. And Musa is 22 years old. 31 years old is Jerusalem. Jerusalem is 9 years older.
31 years
He's had a lot of fights. He's had 27 fights compared to only 12 fights for Kuse. But this is Kuse's moment. He is the reigning WBC silver minimum weight champion. He's out to win the World Championship strap, now worn by Melvin Jerusalem. Jerusalem has won 13 of his last 14 fights. He's won his last 4. Turned pro in 2014. Kuse has lost twice in his career, both on points. And he earned this title shot via a win on points over a Filipino, Samuel Salva, who once fought for the IBF minimum weight championship.
Be careful.
Kuse is a southpaw.
That was a good counter from Kuse because he tempted Jerusalem, then he went for the right hand, he lost his balance as he came forward and he just stepped off to the side there, Kuse. Didn't catch him absolutely clean, but you can just get an idea of what he's about. He's got good reactions, good reflexes.
A flurry coming from Kuse, but the punches did not connect. But a good round for Kuse so far. He's certainly more active here than Jerusalem.
Jerusalem gets tagged once again by a right here from Kuse.
When he throws that right hand, Jerusalem, he's done it again there. His back foot comes round and it brings him square. His weight comes just over the top of his front foot and his back foot comes round and it leaves you in an awkward finishing position. And if Kuse can do what he done previously and make him fall short, then you're left quite immobile.
That's a slip. Not a knockdown. Jerusalem looking a little wild.
Rick, come on.
To the end of round 1. So 12 rounds of boxing.
He looks a technically good fighter, Kuse, from what we've seen in that opening 3 minutes. Boxing out of that southpaw stance, of course, but he stays nice and side on. That little step off to the side that we picked out. There's a neat bit of work. Jerusalem's quite clumsy at times the way he comes forward there. He really reaches for that right hand, and that one landed. He does need to completely commit to it when he throws it. I think this could be an interesting matchup.
Kuse looked impressive in that first round. Knew exactly what he wanted to do. Very technically proficient. And Jerusalem looking a little bit wild in his lunges. Needs to be able to get back his poise. He is the reigning world champion. This is his third title defense. Let's see what he can do here in round number 2. Kuse initiating.
So far, getting the better of the exchanges here has been Kuse.
Yeah, he's been
including
connecting.
round number 1.
Jerusalem is taking a little bit of time here to figure out how to penetrate that defense of the southpaw Kuse.
He's been a bit more compact in this round though, hasn't he, Jerusalem, I would say. That's a good strong right hand there, and I think the way he throws that right hand, he almost needs to double down on it. That technical flaw is there, but then he comes from behind and the heads clash together. No cut, I don't think, which is good news.
And after a right hand scored there by Jerusalem.
That's always in the cards when you have this kind of a matchup.
Come on. You are from the guards. Be careful with the head. Both of you. Okay? Go.
Warning on both fighters by Cesar Castañon, third man in the ring from Mexico.
A lot of wild shots here being thrown by Jerusalem early.
Big swing there by Kuse. Jerusalem moving in. And a scored no, that's a slip. That's a slip. Slip portion there in the corner.
That's happened more than a couple of times already here tonight. Usually over at the blue corner.
That was good from Jerusalem though, because he pushed him back in straight lines there. He went once and then he went again and he pushed him into the corner. And just before that he managed to get through with a combination. Kuse's trying to commit himself and throws a long left hand there, but I think Jerusalem has improved in this second round. Not much in this second round.
Well, Kuse's attack position is straight up. He's going forward towards Jerusalem. All Jerusalem has to do is to slip and slide, move sideways, anticipate that straight up attack coming from Kuse, and then launch his own counter attack. Getting the angles as Kuse comes forward. He's got to figure that out. Second round now in the books.
Walang knockdown yan. Nadulas lang daw.
That's going to be a hard round to score.
Michael Domingo in the corner of Melvin Jerusalem. Michael Domingo, a former flyweight world contender.
Let's got the exchange of the round brought to you by the International Boxing Association.
You know, that's the point I was making. With the point of attack of Kuse, he just comes straight forward, throwing one punch after the other. He starts with the left and then with the right. And for Jerusalem, all he needs to do is slide towards one side, avoid that lunge, and then counter, like Manny Pacquiao would do in a situation such as that.
It's interesting actually because they both kind of have the same technical flaw. I was pointing out with Jerusalem in round one where when he throws his rear hand, his right hand, his back foot comes round and forward. And Kusek does the same thing. Obviously he's a southpaw, but when he commits and looks to throw that left hand, he didn't do it there, but quite often he brings his left foot forward. So the advice you gave there applies to both of them. If you could just get them to commit and then step off, you can catch them.
No knockdown. Referee Castañon saying it was a slip.
There's going to be another slip in. The crowd doesn't agree.
I don't think I agree. That looked like a legitimate knockdown to me. Maybe he did lose the footing, but I think he lost the footing as a result of the punch landing on the side of the head.
We're going to see that on the replay in between rounds.
Let's go. Jerusalem now gaining in confidence. Very little side-to-side movement being shown here. But Kusa is very predictable with his attack. Now Jerusalem connecting with that right hand. This is a very different Jerusalem from the Jerusalem we saw in round number one, that's for sure.
Pitches it with that overhand right from distance, and what he's doing really is when he attacks now, he's taking his feet with him. He's keeping his feet underneath him, and if he doesn't get there with the first phase of attack, then he'll just go again. Akuse is at times just, as we said, just backed up a little bit in straight lines.
I think Jerusalem has figured Kusa out. Once Kusa throws that first punch, Jerusalem is throwing a counter almost immediately to prevent a second punch to come in. And just as Kusa is lunging forward, making himself open for a counter attack coming from Jerusalem, let's see whether he can take advantage of that situation. Here he comes again, Kusa. Jerusalem retaliating with the right hand of his own.
Both of these two having some decent success actually in the final 40 seconds of the round.
The end of round
3 rounds.
And neither fighter is actually taking control of the action. Neither fighter has dictated the tempo.
Thrilla hit of the quarter, brought to you by the smart Araneta Coliseum.
Now one thing, Kusa is picking up some points here. Picking up some rounds as well. Oh, that could have been a knockdown. You're right, Andy. That could have been a knockdown.
I think he should have given that because he did lose his balance as he came forward, but that's his problem. And then he got hit by the punch and that put him down, so that should have been called a knockdown, I think.
Oh, that's definitely not a slip.
Punch actually caused the fall, even if it was off balance after missing his shot. So that should have been a knockdown. But we're now in round number 4. Forget the past, let's see what's ahead.
It's 1 round 4. Yes.
knockdown dapat kasi lip lang yung tawag ni Rep.
I'd like to see Kuze just commit with that jab a bit more. Sometimes when he throws it, he's almost pulling it back.
Laban around po tayo.
As it gets there, he's trying to pull those feet back out of range and try and make sure he doesn't get caught on the way out.
Jerusalem connecting with the right hand.
And go, break.
And Kusa holding on.
That's some good body work from Jerusalem up close. Kusei lands a decent left to the midriff as well, though.
But you also notice that Kuse is not lunging like he did before. He's not coming in a straight line, throwing that right and then the left. He's starting off with the right jab, but he's holding back on his left, realizing that Jerusalem is going to counter it.
That's good from Kusei. That's much more like it. That's what I was talking about. Just get those feet in, get into punching range and let your hands go, rather than just be tentative. It's well set up, this.
Jerusalem hasn't completely figured out Kuse. But one thing Jerusalem has to do, he's got to earn the respect of Kuse. He doesn't have that respect, not at the moment. He's got to make Kuse feel his power.
Approaching now the 1 minute mark of round number 4.
Isang minuto na lang tayo dito sa round number 4.
Red!
And this is another WBC fight, of course, so we'll get some scores after 4 rounds. Be interesting to see, won't it? A few of these have been tricky. That's a lovely, solid jab.
Big
He's had a
adjustment.
really good second half to this round, doesn't he, Kusei?
That's right. And a big adjustment on the part of Kuse. He's not lunging like he did before, opening himself up for a counter. So good job there of making that adjustment.
Come on, let him go. Come on. Oh!
At the end of our round 4.
4 rounds are done. We'll be back.
Right, round 5.
Round 5.
And he's just committing more, Kusei. That's the difference now. Maybe he was a little bit wary in the opening stages. This is a step up for him. He's won that WBC silver, but Jerusalem's a lot more experienced. He's been at world level for quite a long time, and it's understandable that you might just want to feel your way into it, but I don't think he's too worried about the power of Jerusalem, as we mentioned earlier on, and that's why he's happier now, I think, to just take his feet with him when he can get himself into range properly.
Plus, wala pa rin.
Jerusalem looking like he's swinging for a home run. He's got to be a little more patient. Throw the jab, set up his right hand.
That's nice from Kusei. Lead right hook and then straight left.
He has really been a little bit more clinical than Jerusalem.
He's putting Jerusalem on the defensive. Jerusalem is having a difficult time figuring out this southpaw. Who's circling away from Jerusalem, confusing him, going towards Jerusalem's back, not allowing Jerusalem to square up for any sort of punching. Again, swinging for the home run.
So that's kind of interesting. 2-2 with two of the judges. I'd say 2-2 is a fair score, and the other judge 3-1 for Jerusalem. If I saw a 3-1, it would probably be the other way, I think, but it's tight. It's tight.
Solid shot scored by Jerusalem that time. Might have staggered Kuse. Kuse's not throwing any punches at this stage. He's clearing the cobwebs, that's for sure. Now he's back. Back in the saddle. Throwing punches once more. Jerusalem looks like he's looking for just one punch.
Nice exchange here in the middle.
This is good stuff towards the end of the fifth.
Both fighters trying to steal this round from each other. Another close one. And we'll be back.
We're all about pizza love. Each slice is made with care and quality ingredients, with mouth-watering flavors and a balance of softness and crunch in our crust. Feel the love in every bite of our pan pizza, only at Pizza Hut.
Round 6.
And back to the action here. Round number 6.
Tao mga bossing ha. Tingin niyo sino lamang.
Most of the rounds have started this way.
A good defense by Jerusalem that time, but he didn't throw any punches. He just blocked the punches of Kuse coming in. He's got to throw a lot more punches. He's got to be more active. He's got to be busy.
Again, Jerusalem being made to miss here by the great defense of Kuse.
Two big misses by Jerusalem.
Just quickening up those feet there, Kuse. Gets them nice and close. Lets his hands go.
Break. Go.
That's the knee from Kuse. Again, landed the long jab, and then as Jerusalem came in, just scored with a left hand.
Jerusalem continues to miss.
He's also getting, he is being made to miss though.
Yeah.
By the quick movement of Kuse.
He's pinning Kuse against the ropes. Kuse is very smart to move away from a trap situation.
He caught those on the gloves, Jerusalem, but he's being pushed back there, isn't he? That's a good body attack from Kuse.
Break. I don't see the smoothness of Jerusalem's attack. No, you don't see the flow, you don't see the rhythm. It's Kuse's actually dictating what's going on inside the ring.
Those are some good body shots there from Kuse.
And he just might win this round. Challenger with a very good showing here.
That's a very solid round for Kusei. He's won that one comfortably.
Body shot of the round is brought to you by the smart Araneta Coliseum.
Just missing with that swing by Kusei, but he did land that body shot on Jerusalem. Tough grind here for Jerusalem. I think he should settle down, be patient, work that jab, throw combinations, rather than just go for one big punch, which is what he's looking for.
And you mentioned at the start that the gap between these two in terms of experience, and it will be interesting to see, won't it, whether he can make that count in the second half for Jerusalem, because he's a lot more experienced over this 12-round distance at World Championship level, and that should count for something. But every now and again you get a youngster who comes along who's got that old head on young shoulders. He doesn't panic in that kind of scenario, but Jerusalem is, in the second half, he's got some work to do here.
He's got to step it up now. We're in round number 7. That's a slip.
Box. And it was tight through 4 rounds, 2-2 with 2 of the judges, 3-1 Jerusalem with the other. He should have had a knockdown as well. That's not going to matter now. They're not going to go back and retrospectively give it. We know that, but he could be playing on his mind.
Let it go! Let it go!
We talk about age versus experience, and right now, Kusei showing a higher level of energy than Jerusalem. He's younger, and he's taking the fight to Jerusalem.
No running point.
Punches by Jerusalem, but he can't find a clear target to land a solid punch.
Break!
You gotta give some credit to the movement here of Kusei.
Yeah.
He's being a real difficult target to hit.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
That's a bit better from Jerusalem as he committed to the attack there. The Kusei corner are constantly telling him to go to the body and to get his hands up, because he does have a little bit of a habit of just holding those hands around mid-chest high, but they're not really doing too much for him. You can see there in his stance, he's got them up now, but a split second ago they just dropped.
Other than exchanging flurry punches.
That's a good right hand into the body, Jerusalem.
Come on, stop! Box! Let it go.
Gonna go to the body once again. That has been the plea of his corner all throughout.
And notice the fans are very silent. I mean, they're seeing a situation here where Jerusalem might end up losing his crown before his hometown fans.
Let it go.
Crowd is not roaring. Crowd is not reacting.
Foul!
Crowd is expecting a lot more from Jerusalem at this stage.
Natatalo din Jerusalem. Fight back. For round number 8.
We're all about pizza love. Each slice is made with care and quality ingredients, with mouth-watering flavors and a balance of softness and crunch in our crust. Feel the love in every bite of our pan pizza, only at Pizza Hut.
now round number 8 of a scheduled 12-round championship bout.
And Jerusalem has to step it up.
So far,
He continues to miss.
He sent it back out of the corner really early, actually, before the start of that 8th round. He was up on pistol with a good 10 seconds to go, and that's not what you normally see. Sometimes that's the result of a corner giving you some clear, straight advice and just telling you to get out there and put it into practice.
Both men going down. Jerusalem connected twice.
So far, as far as the game plan for Kuse, he's following it to the letter.
Good feet there from Kuse. Just moving it on, Jerusalem managing to drive it back across the ring.
ayun, tinamaan si Jerusalem doon.
He's just taking too long, Jerusalem, isn't he? Kuse will just creep in, let that 1-2 go. Jerusalem is just standing on the outside on the borderline of range. He's got to be first more.
And you get the feeling he's just looking for one big shot.
And Jerusalem's coming forward, but he's not throwing the clean shots that he needs. Now, Jerusalem has switched hits in the past. I don't know if he might want to try
We need to go
a
this sa
southpaw
8th round.
stance here.
Ayun.
And very clearly, Kuse is quicker on the draw.
That was a good short right hook there from Kuse. And the corner just telling Kuse there that there's 30 seconds remaining in the round. They've made a habit of that because they want him to finish rounds strong. They're away from home here. You've got to make the most of every opportunity that you get because you don't generally expect to get the rub of the green on the cards, although we'll get some
That again of round 8.
fairly shortly.
Very interested to see what the scores will look like after another 4 rounds.
Personally, lamang si
I want to point out also that one of the men in Kusa's corner is a former IBF and WBA super featherweight champion Brian Mitchell. Only lost once in his career, spanning 1981 to 1995.
As the combo of the round is brought to you by the International Boxing Association.
And that connection by Jerusalem didn't have too much sting behind it. He hit it with almost the back of his glove rather than straight towards the center of the glove. But it's round number 9. Fans are still waiting for Jerusalem to explode.
And hindi ng glorified listening music.
And again, he's just first to get off there, Kuse, throws the combination.
Right, stop. Let go.
Just working those hands. Found a decent rhythm, which is something Jerusalem's just not really managed to do throughout the entire fight so far.
Kuse has been dictating the pace and the tempo of this match.
He has been scoring a lot more than Jerusalem, that's for sure.
Scoring after 8 rounds. Judge A has it 77-75 in favor of the challenger Judges B and C have it 77-75 in favor of the champion.
Interesting. 2 for Jerusalem and 1 for Kuse.
There's not been very much in some of these rounds, but if I were to pick somebody to be ahead in this fight, it would be Kuse, not Jerusalem.
No, I would agree. I think Kuse has done a lot more here than Jerusalem. He's dictating the pace, setting the tempo, and certainly connecting a lot more. He's swinging more, he's landing more than Jerusalem.
But right now, though, as far as the corner is concerned, they're happy at this particular stage because they have not yet gotten the best of Jerusalem, and still he's up on 2 judges' scorecards.
And what's happened there in the 4 rounds we've just seen is that the 3 judges have gone completely different ways. One's gone 3-1 to Kuse, one's gone 3-1 to Jerusalem, and the other one's scored it 2-2.
This round is probably going to go Kuse's way.
I just don't see how you could score that 4-round segment 3-1 to Jerusalem. I just don't see that.
Break.
Because the last few rounds we've had, it's like we've watched the same round a few times in a row now, I would say. Tempo's been similar, Kuse's been dictating terms, he's just letting those hands go, letting the punches flow. And they'll know what's going on in the corner, they will know where the scores are at. And it's an interesting psychological job that they've got to do because they don't want to panic him because he'll feel like he's doing well because he is doing well. But at the same time, he's behind.
Thrilla hit of the round is brought to you by the smart Araneta Coliseum.
I want to point out that the judges are all neutral judges. Samantha Pullner from Australia, Junbai Lim of Korea, Zanashir Tazna of Mongolia, and Senator Manny Pacquiao still enjoying the action here beside his wife Jinky, beside Senator Francis Tolentino, Director of Operations of Blow by Blow. Len Tomas is also in that picture.
That's a good spearing lead left hook to start the round there, though, from Jerusalem.
Round number 9 should have got the Kuse, so he would have closed the gap.
Well, whoever wins these last 3 rounds will probably win the fight. So it's important that both fighters really step it up and show what they can do. For Jerusalem, his crown is on the line. He's got to be able to show a lot more than what he's shown so far.
Now! Come on. We're going to say this is a slip, so no knockdown there.
And the corner, the South African corner, just chuntering there, aren't they? Just saying, we need these rounds, we need these rounds. They know that, of course.
Well, they know they're still down by at least 1 on 2 of the judges' scorecards.
Good shot by Jerusalem. A left hand to the chin.
That's a good single right hand from Jerusalem as well.
Break! Break!
Left hand there from Kuse. I think Jerusalem maybe thought that there was a call to break coming there, but it didn't come.
Here they go. Here they go. Nice right there from Kuse. Lands, though it was a glancing shot.
Both arms of Jerusalem are down. I don't know if that's a sign of tiredness on his part. Gotta put up his high guard.
It's not been full of the blistering pace, this. It's been a good pace, hasn't it? The tempo to it. It's not really exploded at any point.
Watch your head. Watch your head. Now they're picking up the pace here in the final seconds. And Kuse staggers just a little bit there in the waning seconds.
That was a solid shot from Jerusalem right at the end of the round there.
That was a good fight back on the part of Jerusalem. He needed that.
I think one thing when you look at this fight is that you could make a case that Kuse throughout the course of it, he's thrown more definitely. But he probably has hit a lot of gloves. Quite a lot of what he's thrown I think has been blocked, half blocked by Jerusalem. And some of the singles that Jerusalem have thrown have got through a little bit cleaner maybe. These are the things you've got to think about. There's definitely been more volume from Kuse, but you're always looking at how much has actually got through. No one's really been hurt at any point, have they? No one's really made a dent.
That right hand by Jerusalem had Kuse reading backwards. And let's see whether Jerusalem can use that as a point of momentum for him here in round number 11.
Final 2 rounds of a scheduled 12.
Another right hand coming from Jerusalem.
It's a decent start to the round for him.
He could make the case that whoever wins these last 2 rounds wins this fight. And Kuse realizes that as well.
That's a good example there of what I was talking about. Kuse just stepped in through the long left hand and hit the gloves of Jerusalem as he was just pulling himself back out of harm's way. But he has got through the shots, Kuse. There's no doubt about that. It's a close fight.
Right now, Jerusalem seems to be outsmarting Kuse. Jerusalem realizing that Kuse looking a little more desperate now to try to win this round, win the next one as well. So as he anticipates Kuse coming in, he's poised to give back. He's poised to attack.
Stop! Stop!
Jerusalem with the counter there, as Kuse maybe just took slightly too long, but he did do some good work before that, the South African. Landed a couple of good clean shots. Some neat body work there. And then a little slip with the front foot, I think.
Jerusalem is countering very well in this round. Again, he's anticipating the lunges of Kuse.
These are one of Jerusalem's better rounds, especially of the last 3. Hey! There you go! Stop! Hold it. Box. That right connected. That probably might have been one of the strongest shots of Jerusalem in this entire bout.
He just launched himself in from distance, didn't he? Completely committed to it and ended up on the shoulder. It's a really difficult kind of punch to counter. And again, he got a slip there, I think, on the transfer in the middle of the ring. He's landed some decent single shots in this. Jerusalem, Kuse,
Good round there for
really
Jerusalem.
target stuffing combination, but I think overall, yeah. I would agree.
So unofficially, he might be up by 1 on the judges' scorecards.
This last round could decide it.
Exchange on the round is brought to you by the International Boxing Association. That was the big shot that might have turned that round in his favor.
When he caught Kusa off guard that time with that right hand.
Because technically there's plenty wrong with that, but if you commit to it the way that he did there, the fact that you fall forward and you've lost your balance and your weight comes in, it doesn't matter that much because you just end up on your opponent's shoulder unless they're really quick to pull their feet back, and there's not really anything they can do.
Meron kayong mangyayari. Kakaiba dito sa round.
And final round. Who's got the difference?
And they both just got to go for it here. They both absolutely have to pour it all out here.
This could be the difference between
Winning or
a
losing.
victory and a loss.
That's right.
Exactly.
I thought Jerusalem did a good job in the previous round of outsmarting Kusa, anticipating his moves, showing good defense, and another slip. There's a very slim portion in the center of the ring. I think it might be because of that logo, the paint of the logo, that's causing fighters to slip. There's another right hand coming from Jerusalem.
But he was countered there effectively with a good right hand from Kusei.
But no combinations from Jerusalem. He's striking one punch at a time, but he's connecting. He needs a strong finish, Jerusalem, to seal the deal.
But Kusa is not making it easy on him.
And those scores after 8 rounds, just to remind people, 2 lots of 5 rounds to 3 in favour of Jerusalem and 1-5-3 in favour of Kusei. I feel like Jerusalem's had a better rounds 9 to 12 than he did rounds 5 to 8.
Approaching the final minute of this one, and the crowd getting behind their champion Melvin.
Well, he certainly inspired Jerusalem to stage a strong finish.
Be careful.
Kusa looking a little bit tired here in the 12th round. As Jerusalem is pouring it on, putting a lot of pressure on Kusa.
And I think in these final stages he has brought that experience over the 12-round distance to bear here, hasn't he?
Very clearly, Jerusalem has saved his best for the last.
He has paced himself so much better than Kusa has.
He just wants a knockdown. And that could be the punch of the fight.
That could be a telling point as well. Final seconds of this strawweight championship.
And that's it. The end of the fight.
And Melvin might have been able to do just enough to retain his title.
It was a tough challenge. A big test here for Melvin Jerusalem. Kusa gave him a lot of problems throughout this fight. Difficult to figure out Kusa's style. But I completely agree, Anthony.
Laban, pero maganda talaga yung
I
laban
think
kanina
Jerusalem
ni
did enough to
Marshall.
win the verdict and retain his championship.
I think the strong finish has got him over the line there, hasn't it? I think in that middle section, rounds 5, 6, 7 and 8, I think for me Kusei deserved a bit more than he got from the judges. But in the final 4 rounds, it was Jerusalem who did bring that experience to bear and make it count and finish strong. Given that we know that the scores had
Maganda talaga
2
yung
judges, 5-3 in his favour with 4 rounds to go, it's difficult to see how he's not going to go on and get the decision here. But Kusei's done really well there because It's a big step up for him. He's not been up at world level before. He's in with somebody who's been there for a long time. And I don't think there's going to be anything to really regret there for him. He faded a bit towards the end, but that's understandable. I think he'll be able to take a lot from that.
I think he deserves a lot of credit for
Yes.
standing his ground against
Absolutely.
Jerusalem.
He was definitely not dominated whatsoever.
But to be honest, I've seen Jerusalem fight better in previous fights. This was not one of his most impressive outings, that's for sure. He's done so much better in previous fights. Might have taken Kusa a little bit lightly, considering his youth, his relative inexperience. But Kusa gave a tough challenge to Jerusalem. But let's see what the judges say.
Yes, indeed. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It never,
That's right.
it never pays to do that, does it?
Mamaya pala yung NBA.
Who knows? This could still end up a draw, or Kusa might pick up a win. Who knows?
We were actually off the ball a while ago when they gave the scores after 8.
Right, right. But one thing for sure, this was a close fight. This was a very fierce and competitive contest. Gotta give it to both these guys.
And I think the corner there, Kusei's corner, I think they're just preparing him for the fact that he just didn't quite do enough. You're away from home, and it shouldn't be the case that you have to win and then some to take the title away from the champion away from home. I never agree with that. In any title fight, that title should be vacant when the first bell rings to all intents and purposes. But I think that's probably what they're telling him, that he's put up a really, really good effort. He's done himself proud, he's done them proud. He can learn a lot from this, but he hasn't quite done enough.
Let's go to Ted Lerner.
Fight fans here at the smart Araneta Coliseum on the 50th anniversary of the Thrilla in Manila. After 12 rounds, the minimum weight division, we go to the scorecards. Judge Samantha Boldner sees the bout 115 to 113. Judges Jude Lim and Zanashir Tasna both have the bout 116 to 112. All for the winner by unanimous decision. And still, WBC minimum weight champion of the world from the Philippines,
Congratulations,
Melvin
Melvin
El
Jerusalem.
Gringo
Winner daw
Jerusalem.
by unanimous decision. Still,
And that makes it official.
the champion.
Jerusalem has retained his championship. He remains the WBC minimum weight champion or the strawweight champion. And he's looking forward to a possible unification showdown with Oscar Palgaso, who holds the WBO and WBA championship. Of course, the other minimum weight champion waiting in the wings is the IBF title holder, Pedro Tadura, who's also from the Philippines.
I think you prefer that one, wouldn't he? Because he's boxed Koyatso before and retired after 7 rounds. And I saw Koyatso in Saudi Arabia last year when he unified, and I thought he looked absolutely terrific. So fighters aren't in the habit of avoiding other fighters, but I think it'd be a great fight for Filipino boxing if you got the unification between those two guys. And just leave Koyatso to it for now. Hope he moves up in weight. I think that would be my strategy if I was the manager. So 2 scores of 8 rounds to 4, 1 of 7-5. 8-4's a bit wide for me. As discussed, I don't think he got enough from the judges. Kusa in the middle section of the fight, but overall, I'm not arguing with the decision. He got it done in the final third, didn't he? Basically.
Well, he deserved the decision any way you look at it. And, the last stages of this fight really decided the outcome for me. Jerusalem